Ready? Hey, Shalom, Israel. Israelite School, University of Practical Knowledge, out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior YAHANNA, Officer not going to deal for General Mahayaman. So we're gonna start with this real quick. Lord allow, you know what I'm saying, General will be here soon. So the brother asked me the other day, why, like, if God created everything, why did he make Satan? Why did he make evil? Why did he make the devil? Right? So we're gonna start with Revelations 4 and 11. All right, let me know you got it.
This is the book of Revelation, 4 and verse 11.
What?
Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory and honor and power.
What?
For thou hast created all things, and for thy pleasure they are and were created.
So first thing we gotta understand, the Most High created everything, right? And he created it for what?
God. And for thy pleasure they are.
So we understand through the scripture, the Lord created everything. And everything was created for his pleasure, right? So this ain't our story. This ain't our book. We just characters in the story. The Most High made a good guy and he made a villain. So if the Lord made his people, why did he make a villain? That's like saying if you watch your favorite movie, you watch Batman, right? You watch Batman, right? Who's the villain in Batman? The Joker. What would the movie Batman be without the Joker? It wouldn't be a movie. The villain makes the movie, right? Because the villain does what? The villain proves that Batman is a good guy, right? Penguin proves that Batman is a good guy. What's another one? The Riddler. I like the Riddler. The Riddler proves that Batman is a good guy, right? Give me another movie. Any movie you could think of. The director makes a bad guy and a good guy for a reason. So first we gotta understand that first everything was created by the Most High. It's his story, it's his script. We just characters in the story. Give me Proverbs 16 and 4.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
So not only did the Most High create all things, the Most High also created the wicked. So where does evil come from? Young brother, what's your name again? Kwaniya. Where does evil come from? From the Lord, right? Because you gotta understand, some things are a test, some things are temptation, right? If you got a problem with drinking, one day somebody gonna sit a bottle of Casamigo in your face. If you got a problem with smoking, one day somebody gonna walk to you with a blunt, right? Whatever your problems are, one day you'll face them. And when you face them, you'll understand if it's a test or if it's temptation. Because those things come from the Most High. You got an earpiece? All right, Most High. All right, read it again.
This is the book of Proverbs, the 16th and verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself.
Good.
Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Good.
Verse 5. Everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord.
Everyone that is proud in heart. Pride is something prideful. Pride is the reason that you fall. Because you, like, even with Moses, you know what I mean, didn't get the Lord his big ups when he split that rock, right? Most of the time we fall because we don't give the Lord his glory. We don't give the Lord his honor. Pride is an Esau trait. Pride is a white man trait, right? Because we believe that it was us that did it. You believe that it was your will and your power that made it happen, right? Keep going.
Okay. Verse though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished.
Yeah, when you fall in that wickedness through your pride, that's when you get punished. Go ahead.
Verse 6. By mercy and truth, iniquity is purged, and by the fear of the Lord, men depart from evil.
Let me Ecclesiastes 3:1. So what we got to understand first of all is, why did the Lord make evil? Why did the Lord make Satan? The Lord made Satan first of all because it's his story. Because he knows that if he put the Casamigo in your face, you'll have the decision to choose life or death. And most of the time, the weakness in your body or the pride in your body makes you choose death. Most of the time, because we don't understand who the Lord is and what life is about, we'll choose death. Because we don't want to live the hard road. We don't want to live a lifestyle that pushes us towards the Most High, because it's too hard. Our body's too hard to keep the laws, right? It's too hard to do the right thing, right? It's just easy to get drunk. It's easy to get high. It's easy to fall to our temptations. So that's why we fall victim to Satan. And what happens is, the Lord created Satan to see if you was really about it. The Lord created your demon or the devil that's around you, or the devils that's around you, to see if you really about it. Keep going. Oh, read what you got, Salagi.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, and verse 1.
Go ahead.
To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Go ahead.
Verse 2, a time to be born, and a time to die.
So to everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So when we read it, what's that in Matthew chapter 4, right? Was it Matthew 4 when it said he left for a season? I think it was Matthew or Luke chapter 4 when it said when Christ was dealing with the demon, and he was like you know what I'm saying? Dang, is that Matthew 4 or Luke 4? It's one of them. And he said he left for a season. Or even when it said the 7 demons come back in the season, right? When the demon depart, he see the house clean, he come back in the season, right? What happens is, in that time, when the demon leave, you should be cleaning up the house. You should be fixing yourself and getting yourself strong, because Satan gonna come back in the season. Satan gonna come back when it's time for you to be weak, because at one day you're gonna fall victim to your temptations. One day you're gonna be underneath the weather. One day you're gonna feel like, I just can't do it today. I'm tired. I'm weak. I don't want to come to class, right? Or whatever your temptations may be, or maybe it may be a problem you're dealing with at home. Your problem may get the best of you, or your car breakdown, right? Your car breakdown, you lose your trans pass, you ain't got no money to get to work, the bills is due, and your kids got to get to school. It's like everything falls on top of you at the same time. Here comes Satan. Because when you at your weakest moment, that's when you got to find out how strong you are. For instance, with them, y'all, I know you be in the gym. When you want your 29th push-up, you try and get to 30. That's the toughest push-up. Because when you at your weakest, that's when Satan come to you, right? So during this season, everything is a perfect season. What we got to understand is, Satan is the perfect belt. Satan is the perfect whip. And Satan's representation on earth is Esau. What you got?
Luke 4:13.
What?
This is the book of Luke, the 4 verse 13.
What?
And when the devil had ended all the temptation, he departed from him for a season.
When the devil leave, he leave for a season. I mean, during that time, you better be in class. During that time, you better be at camp. You better be working. You know what I'm saying? You better be working on your spirit. Because when Satan come back with them 7 demons, you better be strong enough to fight him. Because you used to smoke cigarettes, now they coming back with dippers. You used to smoke weed, but now they coming back with something else. I don't even know what the weed is today. It's super duper strong. You used to get high, now it's fentanyl in it. You used to just deal with whores, but now they got all kind of diseases. You know what I'm saying? Them 7 demons come back way stronger. So during your time, when Satan leave you, he gonna come back. But you better be in class, because you better learn what brotherhood is. Because when you need to call somebody, that's when you'll find out you got angels on your side. When you pick up that phone, you call one of them generals or the captains or the officers, you find out what brotherhood is. You find out the weapon behind it, because Satan will come through anything, everything you love, your wife, your family, your kids. It don't matter who it comes through, your slavery. Satan comes through anything you love. And when it gets you, you'll find yourself outside of these walls. Lord be with you at that point, because you fell to Satan. That's what he's here for. That's what his job is. His job is to test you. He's the perfect belt. And when he whoop your, Salaki, I don't know, but when he whoop your butt, You know what I'm saying? You got to find out what the lesson is. What's the reason that you're getting your butt whooped? I don't know. My mom used to always try to tell me what my reason for getting my butt whooped was. Mom, I had dip game back in the day, though. She swung the belt. I was getting out of there. You know what I'm saying? But we had, most of the time, I needed to know the reason of why I was getting my butt beat. That matters more than the butt whooping. What are we here for? Satan gives you the opportunity to fuck up, to mess up. He gives you the opportunity to mess up. And then when he lead the bait in front of your face and you take the bait, you'll see that you fell victim to Satan and you'll see your weakness. Satan is here for that reason alone. If you in the school, you can't choose the wrong thing. You don't got the opportunity to choose wrong. You know they say you got a choice, right? You got a right choice and a wrong choice. You don't got no choices here. You don't got the choice to choose wrong.
Right.
Every day you're supposed to win your battle. Right. Every day you expect it to win your battle. There is no wrong choice. Give me Ecclesiasticus 2:1. Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, and verse 1.
Yeah.
My son, if thou come to serve the Lord.
So when you come into this school, you're going to come to class, right? You're going to come and do what? Serve the Most High, right? We got camp equipment to carry. We got cities to take over. You know what I'm saying? We got people that's hungry, that need food. You know what I'm saying? We got brothers that's in them penitentiaries, ready to hang themselves or ready to do all manner of wickedness. When you come to serve the Lord, go ahead.
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
You got to prepare for temptation because Satan won't come deal with you. When you come into the truth, it's hard. I know most people got a trooper story. When you a trooper, it's like the hardest part of your life. It's all the battles of that you've ever thought about in life. When you become an officer of 50, the battles you got to deal with, damn near insurmountable. Because you come in to serve the Lord, and Satan will try to pluck you back out this truth. What the parable of the sower. Some seeds fall on stony ground. You'll never get the truth. You know what I'm saying? Some seeds, they fall on with weeds and the tares. You try and get the truth, and you growing with the weeds. They try to choke you out. That's them demons trying to choke your spirit. The brothers that you know out in the world, your family members you know out in the world, everybody's trying to choke the spirit up out of you. And some seeds growing fertile ground. You know what I mean? Keep going.
Verse 2. Set thy heart aright and constantly in order, and make not haste in time of trouble.
1 Corinthians 10 and 13. When you come to serve the Lord, man, you gotta pick a side. You gotta choose either right or wrong. Just like Moses said, you gotta choose. You know what I'm saying? Life or death. What I call it? 1 Corinthians 10 and 13.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 10, and verse 13.
Once again, I'm here holding the class down for General Mahayaman. Lord willing, he'll be here in a little bit. Right?
There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
First thing I understand is temptation is normal. If you dealing with something, best believe you call a brother, he dealt with the same thing. You ain't the only one dealing with a drinking problem. You ain't the only one dealing with smoking or dealing with your girl. You ain't the only one dealing with car issues or how to get to school. Every problem you have, all of us have dealt with it. That's why we here. We here to make sure you get through your problems. Because if you don't, you'll find yourself separated on the island. And when you get on that island,
right. Let's get it on. I'll take all of your questions. Mi nombre es General Mahayaman, servicio a placer de la General YAHANNA. Somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 Oeste Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York. Desde 1969, debajo del mando General YAHANNA. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombre español, negro o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu madre y tu padre dicen que somos un culto y mantienen su iglesia sin culpa, pero su iglesia es culpable de todo lo que nos están pasando. Órale, bienvenido. Gracias por unirte hasta la noche. All right. Let's get it in, Akim. Any questions? Let's get them in the room or in the comment. I'm ready to go. All right. We got another barbecue. Clap it up for New York, the New York barbecue, man. New York, the East Coast, New Jersey, Philadelphia, Delaware. All the brothers and sisters, man, on the East Coast that came together to make that barbecue happen. Commanding General YAHANNA is well pleased with your sacrifices and your service. Next is, I don't know who's next. Next is California. Give California a hand. California, you're on deck. You know, they did a hell of a job in New York and Philly, New Jersey, Delaware. They did a hell of a job this weekend. California, you are on deck. Everyone get ready out for the California cookout. That's a whole week of the fun in the sun out there in California. We'll get it on under Captain Gadalhar, Captain Kwamwa'al. Here we come. California, here we come. We ready to rock? Any questions? Anyone in the room? On the line, let's go.
So, sir, no question online.
No problem. Let me give you a few precepts that you need. Also, the brothers are making an excellent video for me. Some brother asked me, texted me and asked me, how do I know that Bishop Nathaniel from the IUIC is a gay man? He asked me this question. Listen, I don't know Bishop Nathaniel. You know, I don't know his personal business, but I do know what the Bible says. I do know that you can tell a man from his countenance, from his behavior. And what I am telling you is that Bishop Nathaniel, based on his countenance, his behavior, and my expert knowledge at discerning the minds of men, that he has slept with another man. He has had sex with men in the past. The brothers are going to put together a montage of all of the suspect and gay behavior of Bishop Nathaniel. We'll put it out and present it to you for you to make, your own decision on what you believe he is. That's coming soon, all right? It's a terrible, terrible video. I've seen the bits and pieces of it. I don't know how anyone follows I don't know if he's ever had sex with a woman, let alone, not only is he gay, some of these clips, he doesn't seem like he's ever had a woman. I don't know if him and that wifey, the African wife he has, are actually having sex. That's how terrible it is. He might be like Puff Diddy. Puff Diddy had a wife, but he did not penetrate her. He did not have sex with her. And Bishop Nathaniel of the IUIC, his video is so gay that I question whether or not he has ever had sex with a woman. I do not question whether he has been with a man. That I will guarantee. That he has had sex with a man. It started off in child molestation. Probably in the church. That's what it looks like. Looks like he was molested in the church. Looks like he had a very abusive father. So many of your problems in life as an adult, Akim, if you don't clean yourself up of childhood, you will never be able to be an adult. It won't happen. And you can see that on Bishop Nathaniel of the IUIC, some terrible childhood full of, an abusive father, full of church, full of a mother that he attached himself to, hoping she would have mercy. You can also see that on that Abayel, the one we call Big Frida. Who is that? I don't know his actual name in the IUIC, but I know in the UPK we call him Big Frida because he loves to dance. He's a dancing queen. He dances for money. He's a dancing queen. He's Tina Turner in the 80s. That's Big Frida of the IUIC. And whenever you see him, if you look based on the Bible and the way he carries himself and his countenance, you can see that he is worshiping his mother. He has a mother complex. And some brothers have that. Some brothers have it where they just attach themselves to their mother. And guess what mom likes? To see you dance. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Some mothers love that. They get their boy up there and they love to see that boy just dance and dance because the mother needs constant entertainment. She needs it. And she's with you. And you have to really be your mother's company. You understand? Too many of us understand it too well. Where your mother, you're her company. She has to turn the music up real loud and you dance for her. You please her. You entertain your mother. And Bishop Abayel Big Frida, you can see all over him that he worships his mother. These are the things, Doc, that if you came into the Israelite school of UPK, in the name of Christ, Doc, we would cleanse you of these things. Though your sins be red as scarlet, yet will you be washed with hyssop and white as snow. You can be cleansed of childhood trauma, cleansed of an abusive parent, cleansed of a father who either stayed around to beat you to death or left so you could question whether or not you were a man. You could be cleansed of those things, but it's going to take some effort, and you damn sure have to find a family worthy of making that change for. Everyone understands. I pray. You'll need to. Please, Warrior, what was your question?
So my question isn't like necessarily out of the book right now.
Please.
It's I guess maybe it's somebody counsel, I guess.
Please.
So a few weeks ago, a friend of mine said to me, he said the way that you view women is that you view them as if they're below you, but you treat them as if they're above you.
Okay, he's giving his opinion on how to treat women.
Or how he sees me.
Okay, this is how he thinks you treat women.
Right, the way he sees
Gotcha.
synopsis and observation.
I understand.
I kind of agree, but I don't know, am I right or wrong?
Let me try to get it one more time. He's saying that he believes that you, as a young brother in the school, treat women like they are beneath you.
I view women as if they're
view women like they're beneath you,
but I treat them as if they are.
Which I'm fine, Warrior. Glasses. But you treat them as if they are above you. Now, you might need to give me an example. Did he say what you've done or what he's seen to base his opinion on?
So what happened was this girl I knew, she would call me and then have like Bible talk. She believes in nonsense, right?
I understand.
So she got upset because I told her, man in Christ got it in. And you know, and so, but she had left her stuff. So she's like, she's off me and all this other stuff, right? And she had left her stuff at my place. So I said, well, I guess I should just take my stuff back.
So she broke up with you.
Yeah, but we weren't really like together. It was like a friendship breakup. You know what I'm saying?
Were you having sex with the woman?
Not that time around. But
not that day, meaning this is not that night. Is this a woman you had sex with?
In the past,
years ago or last week?
Or like a year prior to
a year ago. So, but she still had her things at your house?
Yeah.
Okay, for a year?
No, she had stayed over and left her jacket.
It's a whole, I used to be in the world. I remember being in the world like that. It's a very confusing lifestyle. I understand. So anyway, this is an on again, off again relationship. Would you call it that? Not even that. This is a ex-wife who you stayed friends with after the relationship ended. All right. So you still have her things at your home. Your friend sees how you interact with her. Right. And one day you were talking to her about the Bible. You told her that Mary and Joseph consummated sex, and that is how they had Jesus Christ. And she got so angry at you that she wanted all her things out of your house.
No, she just broke off the friendship.
And how did she break it off? What did she say?
She shot me a text and I'm off.
She said, I'm off.
I'm off you.
I'm off you. Dang. Okay, is that a new way that people leave you?
Yeah.
I've never heard that phrase before. She said, I'm off you. So then you knew that meant this friendship that we've had is over. So then that was the last text that she sent you?
Yes, sir.
So then your friend in the world said, you should send her things?
No, he said I should.
He said you should not send her things.
I said, I was like, well, I might as well drop this stuff off and
I
my last time gesture, call it a day. He said,
got you.
That's what I mean. Like, you don't owe her that.
Okay, because he thought since she broke off the friendship, you should not be kind to her or give her things. You should be angry because she broke off the friendship, and you should do what with her things? Just let her things stay at your house?
That's what I'm saying.
How much things are we talking about?
That's just a jacket.
Her Jodeci CD. That's what it was back when I was out there.
No, it's just a jacket.
How about those hoodies? Because these broads will keep your hoodie out for 10 years. They will not give your hoodie back after you break up.
So my real ex-wife, she got about 4.
She got your hoodies. God damn. These broads are. I guess they're cold because they don't want to give. They don't want to be with you, but they want that hoodie, and they want your Jodeci CD too. Y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all got phones now with your music, but you couldn't get these CDs back from these broads. Where's my CD? You don't know where it's at. You know where it's at. Anyway, so your friend thought you were being too nice to her. Right. You didn't think so, and your friend said, "See, you say that they're beneath you, but you treat them like they're above you."
Not that I said, because he says like, see, I don't believe a woman shall ever run me. So
I understand.
every time that they start to encroach on that line, hey yo,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, he's like, that's kind of narcissistic behavior, but you're really nice to her. But then when something, I'm like, I think that kind of is necessary. Be nice and be kind. She is of you. To disrespect her, to disrespect yourself.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, of course, be nice and be kind. We used to carry our women, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
So, but that still doesn't mean that she get to run me or run my house.
I got you.
And that's the way I view it.
I understand.
But I just want to make sure
Are you wrong? Okay, yeah. See, one last bit of information I need about your friend. So your friend is saying you should not have been nice enough to her to send her things, but he also disagrees with the fact that you believe that a man is an authority over a woman. He disagrees with that. So he disagrees. So he believes that men and women, he believes that a man is not an authority figure over a woman, but he believes that you should be mean to them if they're mean to you.
Yes.
Can I get it now? Now I understand. What's your question?
I'm just am I wrong for the way I view it?
No, your friend is wrong, and I'll explain, right? Your friend is, if he ever came into the truth, he would come to a realization that is mysterious and mystical in relationships. It is not mysterious when it comes to families. Most people don't realize that your woman is your family. So many women do not understand that that man they sleep next to is their family, which is why they can break up with you over a missaid word. But would they ever leave their child on someone's doorstep? Would they do something like that? I'm asking you. No. If you said, listen, your child said something wrong, kick him out. Kick him out the house. They said a wrong thing. They didn't do their chores. Kick him out. A woman would say, I'll never kick out my child. That's my baby. That's my flesh and blood. Would you kick out your man? If he says a missaid word on the phone, I'll kick him out. Well, your husband is also your family. Your mother, forget about it. Your mother can beat you with an extension cord your entire life. Your mother can have men in and out of your life, and some of those men molest you. But you know what you'll say about your mom? Give me the words. Tribe of Judah, so-called black people. No, you're not a Judah. I forget. You are. What would you say about your mom?
She's a queen.
That's still my mama. Damn, her boyfriends beat you, molested you. She was smoking crack. That's still my mama. You have a definite sense of family. Why don't you extend that to the man you have sex with? He also is your family. This is your friend's problem, Mark. He believes that men and women are equals, and two people that are equals must fight each other. You believe women are not your equal, so you are gracious to them because they are weak and below you. You understand? His problem, he hates women because they're equal to him. How could you not? You get two #1 contenders. They're the same weight, same age, same wingspan, same reach. What will they do, Knock? They're going to fight each other. Two teams, #1 defenses, #1 offense, fairly matched up. What are they going to do, Knock? Yeah, equals fight, Knock. Is that not true in everything in life? If I go into the goddamn jungle and see a giant lion, I'll think he's the king until I see another one. I know where this is going. Do you understand? You know lions live about 5 years in the wild. These lions we all love, that we all talk about and idolize, they live 4 to 5 years. And it's not from being hunted. It's not from starvation. It's from fighting other lions. They live 4 to 5 years tops. Equals have to fight. for control, for power, for position. I don't fight my child, though. You understand? Because I'm above my child. I chastise my child. I correct my child. I love my child. I give my child compassion and care and correction. But I'm never fighting them for power. Do you understand? Because I'm above them. Don't you understand? Recognizing that you're above a woman will cause you to give her compassion that can only come from above. Kindness that only comes from someone who is above you. That's what people on top give to people at the bottom. Kindness. Kindness. What you did with that Sister Ak was gracious. And she's taking up space in your home with her things. How does it help you to put that shit in storage? How does it help you to keep all of her bags of God knows what? You were gracious and kind. You don't want to talk to me anymore. Hey, I'm not emotional about it. No bad feel, no hard feelings. Take this bag back. I'm not keeping it at my house anymore. You can put it in a storage or you can take it. It's yours. You can have it. That was gracious and kind because you didn't key her car and slash her tires like your friend probably wants you to do. You're wrong. The kindness that you gave her is because you know she is beneath you. You were correct. All right. Anything else?
This is from my I.S.U.P.K. Salami, sir, if I may, can you give me a general breakdown on Leviticus chapter 27 and verse 29?
Leviticus 27 and 39. Scene problema. Let's go.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 27 and verse 29. None devoted, which shall be devoted of men, shall be redeemed, but shall surely be put to death.
None. Okay, you got to give me some context. It sounds like we're talking about animals, like the animal sacrifices. He just wants a general breakdown. This is in general. Anything you give to the Lord, you can't get back. That's that. Some of you fools leave the truth and think we're giving you your tithes back. Are you out of your effing mind? Never. You will never receive anything back that you have given to the school. You change your mind. You don't like us anymore. I understand. Yes, you're right. But every penny you gave this school, we're keeping. If you make a mistake and push send on some money, you ain't getting it back. I don't give a damn what it is at all. What you devote to God belongs to God. Know ye not about the Bible when there were 250,000 elders of Israel that came up against Moses that wanted to remove him from leading the nation. And he begged them not to do it because he knew that God chose him to be in charge. They didn't listen. They all got golden censers and they filled these censers full of incense and they came to the temple with these incense waving. Why? Because they were going to be the new priests. They were waving incenses to God and they were taking over from Moses because Moses dragged them out in this wilderness and they believed that his leadership was going to get them killed. And they believed that he took too much on himself. Are we not all the children of Israel? Are we not all the chosen people of God? That's what tons of fake Israelites say. Aren't we all Israelites? Aren't we all prophets of God? No, we're not. We're not. We have no equal in the Israelite school of UPK. Right. None. Well, these men thought that they were equal with Moses. They brought these golden censers, waving them to show that they were people of God. As they came before the door of the temple, an earthquake happened, opened up and swallowed all of them up and killed them. The Lord told Moses, go into the hole and pull out the golden censers because those belong to God. Do you understand? That's in the Bible. So whatever you give the UPK, don't ever try to get it back. You're not getting it back. You're not getting a refund. You're getting nothing. We take donations in here. We do not give back anything in here. Why? Because it belongs to God. Everyone understands. All right, anything else?
Okay. This is from Officer was Shaban Yahweh. Salakia, can you break down Ecclesiasticus, chapter 42, verse 12?
Sin problema. Claro que sí. You got it.
Okay. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 42, and verse 12. Behold, not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women.
Behold, not everyone's beauty, and sit not. This is a precept about avoiding the temptation that could cause you to commit adultery or sleep with another man's woman. You don't want to behold everyone's beauty. There's some women you shouldn't be staring at her, namely somebody's woman. Don't stare at her. Don't look at everyone's beauty. Because, of course, if you just get caught up staring at some broad forever, before you know it, that thing that formed in your eye fills up your body, and now you're out there trying to have sex with some cat's wife, and then you get killed, all right, or unalive, Salakia, all right? You don't want to do things like that. So you want to be careful with, staring at someone who has a man. You don't want to do that because that could cause you to act on the thing that you desire. That's the point, all right? Anything else? No.
Next verse.
Please. Microphone.
If I could, sir, the next verse, verse 13, it said, "For from garments cometh a moth, and from women wickedness."
That's how it works. Let me break that down for you. Yeah, from garments come a moth, meaning if you have clothing, then you're going to draw moths. It's like kind of like a light. The moth is drawn to a flame, right? If you have clothing, then before you know it, you're going to have moths because you have the clothing. And of course, if you're staring at a woman, before you know it, you're going to do something wicked because of that woman. The Bible is so explicit and adamant about the danger of women. I mean, it's in the beginning. I'm good to go, warrior. It's in Genesis. It's how death came into this world. Your precept, of course, should be because of Eve, who brought death into the world. You have to be careful as you become a man and you're growing up, and now hair is growing on your face and you're getting taller and you're getting more built like a man. Oh, you better start being careful with women. You better start learning about the dangers of women, because it is her that destroyeth kings. And the graveyard is just riddled with men who took their desire for women, the distraction of women lightly. You don't want to do that. That's something that a young man has to learn, and that's why it's in the Bible. If you have it, whoever has the precept I asked for can read it. I believe it's in the New Testament. You know what I'm talking about, right? In Timothy, am I right? Because of Eve, we all die, or who brought sin into the world, or blah, blah, blah. Let me get it for you. Hold on.
1 Timothy 2:14, sir.
Sounds right. Go ahead.
Okay.
You got the microphone.
Okay. This is the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2, and verse 14. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Adam was not deceived by Satan, by the so-called white man, his first mentioning in the Bible. But Eve was deceived. She got tricked, fooled, lied to. And you better be careful. Keep going.
Oh God. Verse 15. Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing.
Even though she can be easily deceived, there are things that she can do to make up for her mistake, to make up for her natural propensity to be fooled. There's things she can do, which is in essence devoting herself to something besides herself. That's how a woman makes up for her natural naivete, for how silly she can be and how easily she can be lied to for gain. She can devote herself to selflessness to make up for the error in her. Come on.
I have a precept, sir.
This is a good one. This is the precept. This is the third precept I would pull. The one this brother right here pulled. Microphone, you die.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 25 and verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
That's the one I was looking for. Of the woman became the beginning of sin. That's referring to Adam and Eve, right? And of her we all die. Curses come from her. So you got to be careful, young brothers, all right? Now, after I stop saying this, just ignore everything I just said and go out and stick your penis in everything and end up in jail, okay? So go ahead. No problem. All my cousins are there. When you get there, tell me, because all my friends in the world and all my cousins are sitting right there too, all right? So let's move on. Anything else?
This is from UPK Priest Officer Wadash Yala. If I may, sir, can I get a breakdown on the judgment part of Psalm chapter 1 and verse 5? What the ungodly be judged?
A breakdown of, say that again. Hey, shalom.
If I may, sir, can I get a breakdown on the judgment part of Psalm chapter 1 and verse 5? Once the ungodly be judged.
All right, let's hear it.
Book of Psalms, chapter 1 and verse 5. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment.
Keep going.
Nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous.
And he said, won't. He said, won't.
He said once.
I'm missing it. I'll just break it down. I'm not sure of the question, right? Go ahead, Dad. Read it one more time.
Psalms chapter 1 and verse 5. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment.
Now that I'm assuming he's confused about the ungodly shall not stand. Not standing means not triumphing, not being able to say you were right. Like if my judgment stands, then that means that my judgment is right and it's correct and it can't be overturned, right? Like that's what that term means. It's an old term that just meant it's just. It stands, right? The ungodly will not stand in judgment, meaning he's going to be proven wrong. So this is the belief and the knowledge that if you go before the priests, before the judges on a matter, and if one of those people is evil, that they will not stand. Can I give you a perfect precept? It was what I want to say it was Solomon, right? There was two women, and both women said that this baby was theirs. They both said it. And they went before the king. And you can imagine how far this had to go up for the king to finally make this judgment. And they both went in there. Now, one woman lost her child. Her child died. And so she stole the baby from this other woman. And so now both of them are in court before the king saying, that baby is mine. No, that baby is mine. Solomon said, no problem. Listen, since both of you say the baby is yours, this matter has came all the way up to me. Cut the baby in half. Cut the baby in half, and I'll give each one of you a piece of the baby, and then both of you broads will be happy. Now, the one who was the actual mother said, oh my God, don't cut my baby in half. Just let her have the baby. Because I love that child. She can have a baby. The one who was not the mother said, fine, cut the baby in half. Because really, she just couldn't stand that this woman had a baby when hers died. Which is what is in so many people who have had great loss and great suffering. They can't stand the fact that your baby is alive. They need you to suffer like them. So the one who was not the mother said, okay, cut the baby in half. I'll take that. David said, only the real mother would have said, give the baby away rather than hurt her. And David gave the baby to that one that was willing to give up the baby, because the unrighteous will not stand. That what someone that's trying to do something evil in the court before the Most High God, it will not stand. Their wickedness will come out. I've been through too many councils to not know that this is true. I pray you understand. Oro por tu entendimiento. Anything else? Go ahead. Please, ven otra vez, please. Gracias. Gracias.
This is from Mahayaman, Yahweh. Shalom, Lord Christ, sir. Can I get a breakdown on Proverbs 31 and verse 30?
Please, go ahead.
what does it mean when it says favor is deceitful?
Right. Read it, please.
This is the book of Proverbs, 31 and verse 30. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised.
Right. Favor. If a woman has your favor, it means you like her. You understand? It's they used to have something they would give out called favors, which sometimes could just be a piece of lace, something that aristocrats would give. A woman might give you a piece of lace and you would take it, or a handkerchief. And this was called her favor, meaning this was a token that she liked you. You understand? And it was called favor. Liking someone does not mean the marriage is going to work. Do you understand? Because liking someone is deceitful. It's lust. And I don't have to teach this, I shouldn't, but yeah, you could really, really be into a woman. Really, oh my God, I want her so bad. Oh, the songs and the music and the looking at her. And you think that means this is the girl for you because you like her so much. That feeling is lying to you. The feeling, favor, is deceitful. That feeling you feel that you think is powerful, it's a lie. You can't trust that. Do you understand? Love is not that. Love, to be more accurate, is a duty to have that feeling for the rest of your life, which is different than having the feeling. Feelings change. A woman that you are so in love with and like her so much right now, you'll hate her in 2 years, right? That's about it, right? 2 years, you're going to hate her, hate everything about her, regret ever meeting her, ever. And you really were into her 2 years ago. Don't trust that. Beauty. You think beauty is so, the most important thing in the world. That is everything you want. You're so attracted to her. You're so attracted to her. You will not be later. Later, you will look at her while she's sleeping and think about killing her. Think about putting a pillow on her head. You're going to look in the bed at her and just stare at this woman and think, could I get away with it? This same woman that you thought was just so beautiful. She was just so attractive. Oh, you saw her on the Instagrams. I know you did. Oh my God, this picture of her. She shoot it at the right angle. This one right here. You put that thing up there, brother, that makes a damn ball of fur beautiful right there. Whatever that shit is, I don't know what that is. But that thing turns everything attractive like this shit here. And then you're so in love with her, and it's so wonderful. You see her, you have to have her. Just give it a little time. Let alone the fact that people change and people look different, right? People changing all the time. It happens. Let alone once you had sex with her, for some reason, she's just not as attractive, right? How long afterwards? 10 seconds? Oh, she's so bad. She's so bad. Whoa! Glasses. This the same bitch? Damn. Let me get my hoodie and get the hell out of here. Let me get my Jodeci CD and get the hell out of here. Yeah, you can't trust that feeling. You can't trust that. But there is something you can trust. There is something that's stable, solid, something that is valuable, and that's the fear of God. You want to judge a woman based on her conscience, and conscience is a hell of a thing. And so many times you can see it early. This woman just does not have a conscience. She has no fear of God at all. She just doesn't have a conscience. I would not touch her if I saw that. Now just ignore everything I said. All right? Where are we at next?
This is from Sheyenne Ahuba.
All right.
Question. Salaki, sir. Does the prison department visit women prisons or juveniles for girls?
Yes. There are sisters we have in the UPK that are in women's prisons. You want to contact the I.S.U.P.K prison department under Captain Zakar. We operate all over the world. All right, in juvenile detention centers and in women's prisons, and of course in men's prisons. Just contact the school and they'll help you out, all right? Anything else?
This is from Omar Muhammad. Sir, if I may ask a question.
Please.
My new rib son is taking his mom and I being together not so good. Her son is 11. Advice on the situation on how I should handle it, sir. And there's some scriptures to validate it, sir.
I'm sorry, say that last part again.
And some scriptures to validate it, sir.
No problem. Let me give you the precepts first. Give me a brotherhood precept, right? Let me tell you, okay, first of all, warrior, you're in a rough situation, okay? If you're married to a woman that has a child, it is a rough situation to be in. It is something that we all get involved in, and we all do it not understanding the difficulty of it, right? Not understanding what this means. Let me give you the first thing. If this child loves their father, loyalty will mean they have to hate you. Loyalty. By even trying to get the child to consider you a father, it is dishonorable to their father. And they'll know it. So in essence, you would have to break loyalty, forgiveness. The thing you have to do to make this child say, well, I'm your daddy now. Now I'm beating you. Now I'm correcting you. For that child to accept it, he's going to have to say, I am willing to be disloyal to my physical father. That's a tough thing to ask somebody because that's wrong. So how does he even do this? How does a child understand, well, now you're having sex with my father's wife? And this is something you might not realize. The child might be old enough to know that his mother left his father, left him, threw his father out the house when he loved his father and was playing with his father every day. But one day his mother found out that his father had another woman and she left him. And now she brings you over to the house and he's supposed to love you and replace his father with you. And that bitch that you're with, not you, Muhammad, but I'm speaking in general about a bitch that does things like this. She has no conscience to the fact that she has turned this child's world upside down. And these bitches think they can simply replace a man and the child just accepts it. Like, yeah, this is your dad. We're together. We love each other. Hey, listen, he's not your dad anymore. Here's your new dad. And they expect the child to go, okay, your dad now. Yes, I decide who your dad is. Whoever I'm fucking is your dad for this year. Now you take him and play with him. He's going to babysit you every day now. He's going to be at the house taking care of you while I'm at work every day. And guess what's going to happen in about a year, Muhammad? Muhammad knows. Muhammad doesn't want to face this. But as he's trying to work out how he can get this boy to accept him and how he can be in this child's life, Muhammad, you know what's going to happen in a year. She's going to leave you too. She's going to, after you work out all of the difficulties of having a melded family, of replacing this man's father, in a year, this woman is going to leave you. And then the boy will go, hey, where's Muhammad? I thought we were going to play video games together. Yeah, Muhammad ain't coming around anymore. Listen, here's Ahmed. Ahmed, your new daddy. The boy will go, but what happened to Muhammad? Yeah, Muhammad ain't here no more. Let me tell you what some of these bitches do. They damn near don't even have a conversation when they flip fathers. It's really not even, I think sometimes the mother will sit down with the child and say, listen, I know Mr. Muhammad, I know I told you to call him daddy. I know he was taking care of you every day. But, it's not going to work out between him and I. Now, there's someone new. His name is Ahmed. Now, he's going to come over, and eventually I would like you to start calling him daddy the same way that you called your father daddy and Ahmed and Muhammad daddy. And I would like him. I always think that the mother will sit down and realize how traumatic this is. Brother, they don't. Brother, it's like, where's Muhammad at? Huh? Go play. Yeah, I don't hear him come around anymore. Who's this? All of a sudden, this new cat come around. Hey, little Jimmy. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? He just sees him sitting on the couch. He just sees them coming out the mom's bedroom. And he's sitting there seeing you come out the bedroom in your drawers. And he just looks at you. Hey, what's up, young man? How you doing, man? What's going on? How's everything? All right. I just came to get some orange juice so I can go back in there and tear your mother out the frame. I know you thought your father was, but he wasn't like I am. And you expect the boy to jump into your arms and go to see the Phillies, the baseball game with you. He's not. What you should do is this. Be a brother to everyone, but don't be somebody's father. Don't do that. That's dishonorable to their father. Don't do that to people. Love thy brother as thyself. That's the first precept you should go to. Get that precept. Every child you meet who is not yours has a father. All of them. They weren't immaculately conceived. All of them have fathers. Some of them are men who just couldn't get along with your wife because your wife is a stupid bitch, not you. But some women are, just like some men are evil bastards. Some women are argumentative and they break up with men over a text message. You know that, young warrior, right? So, and that's why, that's why the father is not around. Now you come into the life, and of course, because you got that, because your father wasn't with you. And so you always thought to yourself, man, I ain't gonna never leave a woman if she has a child. I ain't gonna never be like my dad. That's a dangerous thing to ever say to yourself. Dangerous. Because you might realize one day how much you have to belittle yourself to never be your father. And then you might realize how your father got like that. Because he got belittled by work, by a job, by a woman. And now all he can do is get high. You might end up just like him, trying to be nothing like him. That could happen. So what do you want to remember? This child has a father. I'm not coming in here to be your daddy. But I can be something that in the Israelite school of UPK, we're every day. I can be your brother. You know how many children and women and adults and people older than me, they see me as a father figure. They know I'm not their physical father. We don't, it's not like they think I had sex with their mother. They know they're 10 years older than me. But I treat them like a brother. I give them advice. I'm kind to them. I speak to them in a way that is authoritative when needed and kind when needed. I'm not their father, but I can be a good brother to them. I can be a father figure to them. Do that in your house. Do what you do in here. Right in this school right now, in schools all over the country, you take men into your life and you raise them. You do it all the time. When you're an officer of 50, you take troopers under your arm and you're a father figure to them. Are you not? Well, sometimes if you meet a woman, she has a child, do it to the kids at the house. But don't ever be their father. Don't do that because you dishonor their father. Don't dishonor him. And don't think that a child is wrong because he wants to love his father, even though he was an alcoholic, even though he was on drugs, even though he wasn't around. The kid wants to love his father. He can't. So now you're going to have a problem with that bitch you got. And I'll tell you why. Because she wants that boy to call you daddy. Do you know how many women have men where the child has to call their actual father daddy and the mom's boyfriend? Who does not know what I'm talking about? Who knows what I'm talking about? You know how stupid an idiot you'd have to have some child who goes on the weekends to see his dad and calls him dad. Then when he's home with you, he's calling you dad. You don't have any conscience. Why? That stupid bitch wants you to do it. Why? Because she wants to replace men like toys. So he's not your dad anymore. Forget him. This is your dad now. She's playing house. You understand? Like to her, people are toys. We're a family now. This is your dad. I'm your mom. This is your family. Oh, no, it didn't work out with him. Get rid of him. Get rid of this toy. Here's your new dad. This is your dad now. Call him dad. And the child has to call you dad and have the confusion in their mind. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of a man forcing his child to call another woman mom? Sisters, how about you? You ever heard of a person with two moms? Have you ever heard of a person that calls two people dad? Why do you think that is? Like, that should be something we wonder about. Because I don't remember anyone saying, well, this is your mom too. I know you got a mom that you see during the week, but not my new bitch, she's your mom too. I've never heard that in all my years of service under Commander General YAHANNA. But do you know how many times I've heard to where I just ask, well, what does the child call you? He calls me dad. Well, what does he call his real father? He calls him dad too. Well, damn, I mean, why are you doing that to that kid? You want him to love you? You want him to look at you like a father figure? Why is it no one ever has two moms? Why is that? You want me to fast forward to the answer? Because she would never allow it. Ever. You understand? That child has one mom. One crackhead mom, one drunk mom, one mom in prison, one mom but you ain't gonna never get another one of those. But a father, the mother just will pick whoever she's fucking, and that's your dad. Don't do that. Or learn the hard way. That's all. Just remember what it was like for you to have to turn off love and turn on love, right? That bitch doesn't have enough kindness to say, I shouldn't force my child to love someone, then still break up with him. That part kills me in that you forced this child to accept this man. No, this is your dad. He gonna beat you from now on. I can't raise you. I need him to come into the room and beat you. I need him to yell at you, because she loves when her new man beats the kids. Why does she love it? Because then she's playing house. He's the dad. He's in there taking off his belt and beating the children. She loves that. And then, of course, she won't love it, won't she? She'll, oh, wait, hold up. That's my kid. What are you doing over here? Oh, wait, you know what? It's over. And the child is supposed to just one day go, I let this man beat me with a belt because you told me he was my dad. Now he's gone. You know what, Mom? I'd rather be a Crip. I'd rather be a Blood. I'd rather be a gangster disciple. I'd rather go out there and find love out there. I'd rather join the white man's military. I'd rather find some crew that will love me better than my family. I'll do that. None of them will be my physical father, but I will find role models out in the street. Thank God that I found a role model in the Israelite school of UPK. You come in, he brakataya Hawaii, I was shot. Commanding General YAHANNA is not my actual father. Do you understand? He's not my father, but he is a father figure. He's a role model. You can do that in your house. You can do the same thing. You can just not treat this kid like I'm your pop, because I'm not. But, you know, I'm over here and I care about you. I love you. I want the best for you. I have good advice. I'm older. I've been through some things. I can tell you. I can help you out if you want it. I can give it to you, but I'm not your pop. And you'll find, brother, that that's a way for him to love you and not hate his father. Everyone understand? Give me the precept and then I'm done. Let me love thy brother as thyself.
This is the book of Matthew 22 and verse 39. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Love thy neighbor as thyself. Keep going.
Verse 40. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
On these two commandments, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy soul, and love thy brother as thyself. All the law is based on that. Everything. So you have to remember that the father who ain't around, the father who ain't shit, the father who's a drunk, who's a crackhead, who wasn't nothing, who used to beat her. You hear those stories, you know, all the stories about your pop. You know, he was physically abusive to my mother. Oh boy, he was just the worst person in the world. Love thy brother as thyself. Don't do something to some kid's father that you would not want someone to do to you. You remember that out now, you can have a blended family. Now you can come in there, come into the child's life, be a positive influence on that child, right? Be a role model to that child and never denigrate their father. Everybody understands. Próximo. Preguntas.
This is from I.S.U.P.K. Shalom, Adawan, Lord in Christ. Question. And is Genesis 3 and 2 about literal fruit? And is the tree in verse 3 about all heathen nations? I'm confused because it says tree and not trees.
Okay, I believe he's speaking about Genesis with the whole Eve and with the fruit from the tree. It is not literal fruit at all, right? It's a metaphor. All of this is metaphor, the whole thing. The whole thing is figurative and metaphor because that is how blacks and Hispanics talk. I've been trying to learn Spanish forever. And I was talking to Yashikar out of Reynosa, Tamaulipas, Mexico. Give him a hand. And he was telling me so much about Spanish and how they speak it and the difference and how, there's like 4 different kinds of love. There's a love that you love your brother with. There's a love you love your mother with. There's a love you love a woman with. And there's different words. There's a different word for every kind of love, right? Because that's us. That's how we speak. It's figurative. So everything is in metaphor. Everything is spiritual. The trees in Genesis, none of them are trees at all. They're all either people or something that you learn from, something you devour, something you put inside of you. Or they're people because people, of course, are family trees, right? And that's what they are. The one with Eve, it was not an apple. That's white myth from a Renaissance painter. And the trees, talking about the trees round about the garden, are people. In particular, I believe this one is speaking about the Assyrians. You can double check, all right? That's your answer. Good to go. Next.
This is from YAHANNA, Yahweh. Salaki, sir, if I may. In Exodus chapter 33 and verse 11, how is God speaking with Moses?
All right, go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 33 and verse 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses face to face.
I got you. This is speaking about an angel. When the Most High God speaks, he speaks through representatives. You don't talk to God. You cannot talk to him and live. That's in the Bible. So whenever you hear someone speaking to God, they're talking to a man who represents God or an angel who represents God. One glory is of the terrestrial, the other of the celestial, right? There are representatives of God that live with him. And they come down here and they do marvelous works down here. They cause viruses and plagues and they deliver people out of chains. And then there are men that do a work for God. They're his representatives. And they do a marvelous work down here. They speak truth to free the bond. They go out and they proclaim the word of God and put their life in danger. They're men of God. That's why the Bible says, thus saith the Lord, when actually Isaiah said it, Jeremiah said it, Ezekiel said it. So it's one of those two every time. These with Moses is speaking about an angel who represents God who talked to Moses. An angel in a burning bush came to him and said, thus saith the Lord, right? Whenever you hear about Moses talking to God, it's speaking about an angel that spoke for God. Próximo.
This is from Wrong Image. How do I go about teaching my sons the law, being new to understanding?
Well, what you want to do, like anything else, let me give you something that you might understand. Wrong Image. How would you teach your sons how to change a transmission? Just wait till he answers the question. You want to change the transmission out of a car. How would you teach that to your son? Whenever he answers it, just come back and read it, all right?
No. Go to the next question. This is from Ashur. Shalom, Lord in Christ. If I could, sir, in Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12, is the word nations referring to Israelites scattered in other nations, aka Gentiles?
Let me hear it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, and verse 12. And he said, and he shall set up an ensign for the nations. and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel.
There you go right there, young brother. That those nations are talking about the Gentiles, which is what the word nations means. Those are Israelites. I am a nation. I am a Gentile because I wasn't raised in Palestine, Jerusalem 2,000 years ago. I was raised in America thousands of years later, and I grew up thinking I was an African. I was a Puerto Rican. I was a Mexican. I was a Guatemalan. Those are nations, and they're not Israelites. And that's what we thought we were. We're the nations of the New Testament. We're the nations that the Old Testament prophesied that would return and be accepted back to God. That's speaking about the Israelites, blacks and Hispanics. Próximo.
We got a response to your question, sir, but it wasn't from wrong. It was from someone else.
Let's let Wrong Image have a chance.
Oh,
Go ahead.
This is from Asia Tremel.
Please. What's the word? Keep going up.
Shalom, Lord.
Permiso, just with the chaser, please. Go ahead.
Shalom, Lord in Christ, sir. What scripture is good to prove that heaven is here on earth to a Christian?
There's so many of those. I would probably go to Ecclesiastes. I saw the place of judgment. I saw the place of, what's the word that's usually there? It's Ecclesiastes 1:9 or like 1:7. I would probably go there. I would probably also go primarily or firstly to thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. That's where I would go first, right? That's just telling you where the kingdom is. And then, of course, you can just use logic. Think of the kingdom of heaven. What do you want to eat? What do you want to wear? What do you want to do? Well, none of those things can be done without a body. Without a body, there's no eating. There's no clothing. Would you wear glorious clothing, gracias, in the kingdom of heaven? Would you have land in the kingdom of heaven? Would you have a castle? Well, you need a body for all of that. Land to do what on? You're a ghost. What the hell are you doing with land? What you going to do with it? You're going to fall right through the ground because you're a ghost. And your idea of heaven is physical because it is physical, right? It's physical. You want castles and land and horses. Well, those are things that physical beings need. Where are you going to live in the kingdom of heaven? In a castle? What you need a house for? You're a ghost, aren't you? You're not. All those precepts about heaven are for physical beings because heaven is on earth. Do I have to break down that one, that kingdom come, that will be done? That's the precept I would go to first. Then I would go to Ecclesiastes where I saw the place of judgment. I saw the place of death. You already know about that kingdom come. That's what Matthew 6 and 7 or around there somewhere. That's the prayer that Jesus Christ said. Pray to the Father, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. The kingdom is on earth as it is in heaven. The same way God has representatives called angels in heaven, he has representatives on earth. Where the Lord lives is already his kingdom. I want that kingdom to come down here. Why would I want God's kingdom to be on the earth? Who wants to blow my mind with the obvious answer right in front of your face? Why would you pray that his kingdom comes down here? Why would you ever ask for that? Let someone online answer. I think you brothers might know because you're skilled and wise. But I got a feeling these people watching online are stupid as hell. That's my first feeling. Unless I'm proven wrong. That can always happen. I remember I was proven wrong back in the day one time. Let's see if it happens. Why would God ever tell Jesus Christ to say, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven? Why do you need God's kingdom to be on earth? Up front, go ahead.
I've got a few responses, sir.
Go ahead.
The first one is Shabbat Yahala, because this is hell. Trooper Shalat, to destroy the Edomites. Princess Kavanah, so that we could be in heaven and not hell any longer.
Okay, everyone is almost correct, but you're off topic. And you want to stay on topic if you want to cut Christians. There would be no reason to ask for heaven to be on earth if eventually I'm going to be up there. Why even ask? Right? I'm going up there, aren't I? I'm going up yonder, aren't I? That's what my grandmother said. I'm going up yonder. I'm going to the upper room. Well, if I'm going to the upper room, I don't need heaven down here because I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be up there. So then why would you pray, Lord, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven? Why am I asking for that if when I die, I'll be up there? Why did he say to pray for that? Anyone want to give it a shot online? It's right in front of your face, people online. So you can do it. You can do it.
We got a response, sir. Not to the bar because you don't go to heaven when you die.
Give him a hand. That's it. Because here's the truth, brothers and sisters. Whether you die or not, you're still going to be here, no matter what. So I need this place to change. Because whether I die or not, I'm going to be on earth. I'll be here. So if this place is hell, then I'm going to be here after I die. I'm coming back and I'll be here. I'll die again and come back and I'll be here. I'll die again and come back and I'll be here. Lord, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Heaven up there is perfect. That's great. But that does nothing for me because I'm here. I need this place to change because this is where I live. I'm not an angel. I don't live up there. I live down here. Could you make down here like it is up there? Because this is where I'm going to be at forever. And that's why we pray for this place to change. This place. Everyone understands. Give me the precept I asked for, and then I move on.
You want on that?
I think they know that one. I'm hoping. Give me the one in Ecclesiastes.
This is book
You want to read it now? What you have in Revelations? That's excellent too. Tell them where that is.
Come to the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God.
There you go. That's another excellent one now. Descending out of heaven. That New Jerusalem is coming down here. It doesn't mean no good for it to be up there. It's nice that there's some spiritual realm where angels live at, and it's great. That's good. My problem is I'm stuck here for all time and eternity, forever. I need this place to be a good place. That's what I need. Because this is where people live. And I'm a person, not an angel. Anything else? Y'all got it, right? The one in Ecclesiastes, where is it at least? Just tell them where it is. 1 in 9, 1 in blah, blah, blah. You know, go ahead.
It's in Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 16.
Let me hear it. That sounds right.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
I saw where?
Under the sun.
I saw under the sun. If you're on earth, the sun is above you, right? So I saw under the sun, which means the place of judgment is on earth because the sun is up there and we are under the sun. That's the place of judgment. What's the place of judgment? Hell. Hell is under the sun. Hell is on earth. Go ahead.
That wickedness was there.
Wickedness was there. Keep going.
And the place of righteousness.
And the place of what?
Righteousness.
And the place of what? What?
Righteousness.
The place of righteousness. Under the sun. Keep going.
That iniquity was there.
And in this place of righteousness, iniquity is there. That's the earth, young brothers and sisters. You have on the earth, under the sun, you got absolute terrible things happening. And there could be absolutely beautiful things happening here. And that's why Jesus Christ said the kingdom of heaven is within you. You change the world. You make this planet a better place. And heaven is here. Everybody gets it, all right? Ohio just gave me a perfect precept about being a father. What I was going to break down, I was giving you earlier. It's at Ecclesiasticus 4 and 10. Let's read that. This is for the brother that asked for precepts about how do you, deal with a child that's not your child and all of that, right? It's Ecclesiasticus 4 and 10. Someone read that. Are we done here? Do I go upstairs now or not? Yediah? Is he down here? Okay, let me know when I'm supposed to roll, all right? Unless you know up front, all right? Say again? 8:30 is when I go? Okay, I don't know when I go. Tell someone to let me know, please, all right? Go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4, verse 10. Be as a father unto the fatherless.
You hear that? Be as a father unto the fatherless. You're not their father. Be like a father to them. You're a father figure, right? You got football coaches doing the same thing. You got basketball coaches, the police athletic league, the Boy Scouts. Now, the problem is they're going to all molest you. So you got to remember that. If you don't mind getting fiddled and diddled a little bit, then you can go down there and be an altar boy. Am I ready? Solid. But if you want a real father figure, you come into the UPK and you're as a father to them, but you're not their father. As a father to the fatherless. Go ahead.
And instead of a husband unto their mother.
And instead of a husband unto their mother. You're not their mother's husband. But you can be like a husband to this woman because you care for her and protect her. Right? If you remove selfishness and sex and what you need, then you can be kind to women and not have sex with them. You can be kind to young brothers and not be their father. You can be a father figure to people with no father. You can be instead of a husband to a woman that doesn't have a husband. You could do these things if you could fight selfishness. And if we can do these things, then we can make this place heaven. Everyone understands. With that, what's your name again? Bakar Yala. With that, pass the class over to Officer Bakar Yala.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. You have the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Roll for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to his brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe is the commandment, Numbers 18:21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10 means 10 in the Hebrew, Ma'asherah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the teacher. Priest fund, free will, offering for priests, not mandatory whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations is the blowing the roll, blowing the trumpets. First day is Sunday, September 21st, 2025. Remind Akim and Aklaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. And with that, Amajim. Brothers, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Yashmatal, turn to face the sisters, Saw, face the turn to sisters, Amajim. That's Amajim Shabbat too, sir? Huh? Come on,
Men of Israel will get a sister will purchase salute. Men of Israel, Ma'at Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shabbat,
I've been in class like